Yesterday, Chelsea broke the British record transfer fee for Enzo Fernandez at a reported £115 million. They also spent a further £150 million on 7 other players. Now, it takes the spend. It's crazy. They've now spent £500 million since Todd Boehly took over the club. A lot of those, in 8 signings that is, a lot of those are across numerous years. We know how they're breaking down their business. We know how they're doing that. But these these window signings, 324 million. Look, they brought in a lot of talent as well. And I know that, Gabby, you were looking at the players that they've brought in and thinking actually next season they could be doing some business.
Yeah, I've looked at it, Ally, and obviously João Felix will go back because he's only on loan. But next season they can line up as Mendy in goal, Reece James, Fofana, Benoit, Badiashile, Chilwell, Fernandez, Kovacic, Sterling on the right, Mudryk on the left, and Havertz behind Nkunku. With Mason Mount on the bench, Thiago Silva, Cucurella. I think that squad next season is going to be dangerous. That's why, as an Arsenal second team fan, I want Arsenal to win the league this season, because it's going to be tough next season with the likes of Chelsea. Manchester United will get better. Man City will probably sign a few players. But that Chelsea team next season, Ali, looks frightening.
Do you know something, Gabby Agbonlahor? It's amazing. I'm just listening to you, Gavin. It's very difficult to argue with anything you've said there. But I don't know whether you agree or not. You look at the signings that Chelsea have made, right? And it's definitely it's a statement of intent, particularly Fernandez and Mudryk. However, I think you can make a case that the value to Chilwell and James coming back will be as great. Yeah, absolutely. Because there is absolutely no doubt that they have been missed massively. And you're right. It's actually, as you look at it like that, it's exciting times.
The players they've got there as well, Ali. They can scrap the three centre halves. You know, they can play a 4-3-3 like Man City do, Arsenal, Liverpool. Exciting football, but there's pressure on Graham Potter, Ali. Maybe not this season, but next season with that group of players, he's got to perform, hasn't he?
Definitely. Oh, absolutely. I mean, a club that have been renowned and not having a lot of patience with coaches and have been successful in doing it, but I think they've changed a little bit, and Potter should and will be given time.
Yeah. I just wanted to read this out. This is from Peter. He's a Chelsea supporter. He says it's all too much money. It's not the working person's game anymore. There's a risk of it getting out of hand and out of touch with the average person.
It's out of hand.
I agree. It's like we said earlier on, that horse is bolted, isn't it? That people will look at this and think, that is an obscene amount of money. I understand you're coming into a new club and the rules are going to be changing for the next window. So there's almost like a kind of smash and grab, isn't there?
Yeah.
Quick. Like, let's do it while we know how we can.
Am I right in saying Simon thinks we've now reached a stage there should be a cap? I'm sure Simon said that.
I think he said wage cap. Someone wants a cap on players' wages as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something, guys, because obscene is the correct word. It really, really is obscene, the amount of money. And the rich are getting richer, and the gap is getting bigger, and it is sad. I don't care what anybody said. It is sad. You know, there's never been a bigger gap between the football player and the fan, to be brutally honest with you. And at the same time, I mean, in Europe as well, it does. It makes me feel unwell when I think about. It's getting to the stage. There are only 4 or 5 clubs, maybe even half a dozen that are capable of winning the Champions League. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not right. The champions of every country should be entitled to get into the Champions League.
I think as well, Ali, money. You look at Fernandez, Chelsea have signed. River Plate sold him to Benfica for 10 million.
They're getting 25%. Sell him.
That's going to make a big difference for a club like River Plate. And Benfica just sold Núñez last season. The amount of money that Benfica, Borussia Dortmund are making of selling players.
Benfica specifically as well. But didn't Ruben Diaz come from Benfica too? They've done some amazing business recently. We had a look at some of their signings actually and the sell-ons that they get. They've done brilliant business. Great scouting system clearly.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.